Hello, in this video, we are going to learn about logarithmic functions. But to begin, we need to review what an exponential function is. Remember, an exponential function is when the exponent is the variable, or the variable is in the exponent. Now, this is important because it directly relates to logarithmic functions. A log is a new operation. So like multiplication, division, log is more similar to that. Well, or maybe like more similar to a square root. And it has a base of b. Every log is going to have a base. And then your x is what you're taking the log of, and then equals y, and that's going to be your answer. Logs are a different way of expressing exponents, okay? They're just a special kind of exponent. So a logarithmic function we talked about again already. Y is your answer, b is your base, and x is what you're taking the log of, okay? And then log is telling you what kind of function it is. So what can we, the question here, every time you look at a log, you're asking yourself, what can we raise the base to equal a, okay? So if our base was 3 and our a was 9, we would say, what can we raise 3 to equal 9? In that case, the answer would be 2. So I'm going to write that out. I don't know why I didn't write it out the first time. So if we have log base 3 of 9 equals x, the question is, what can I raise 3 to equal 9? Well, I know that 3 squared equals 9. Therefore, I know x equals 2. Okay, let's look at our first example. Once again, we see that our base is 5. Our base is 5. We're taking the log of 25. So the question is, what can we raise 5 to equal 25? Oops, I was supposed to put a question mark there. So what can we raise 5 to equal 25? And we know that 5 squared equals 25. Therefore, x equals 2. And my handwriting is terrible today. My goodness gracious alive. Now, here are some special cases. When we look at this first one, log of 1,000 equals x, we don't see a base written right there, do we? So anytime that we don't see the base written, we have to understand that that is a base of 10. And then when we see an ln, that's the same thing as log base e square root of e equals x, okay? These two things are equivalent. So natural log is what we call this. And all it means is that it has a log with a base of e. So let's look at both of these. The first one, if I know that it's log base 10 of 1,000 equals x, my question is, what can I raise 10 to equal 1,000? Well, I can say 10 squared, right? I don't know why all my examples were squared. Oh well. And so x is going to equal 2. Okay? And then the second one is, what can I raise e to equal the square root of e? Well, I know that the square root of e is the same thing as 1/2. So I know that my x is 1/2. So that is our basic, or the basic information regarding logs. We're going to dive farther into them, but this is just the beginning of understanding that your base has to be raised to something to equal what you're taking the log of. And that's what we're trying to find in each of these cases.